Good morning. My name is Bob Ingersoll. I'm the current director of the International Ground Source Heat Pump Association. I've been here for 6 months. My predecessor was something like 27 years. So I'm following the legendary Dr. Jim Bowes. I want to talk to you this morning about IGSHPA 2.0 and our implementation of that project. Before getting into that, I would like your understanding of a couple of things. Our work has been sort of a lot of self-analysis, and it's been sort of self-critical, and that's become the basis of how we look at ourselves and move forward. And for those of you, and a lot of the fathers of IGSHPA, a lot of you have been here a long time. I don't want any of these comments to come across as in any way critical of the great success of a 27-year-old organization that basically started from zero. Again, this is a presentation about IGSHPA 2.0, our project, but before getting into what we did there, I'll lay the basis of who we are, who we've been for the last 5 years or so, and again get into the understanding of what our shortcomings were and addressing those shortcomings with IGSHPA 2.0. First of all, the components and connections of IGSHPA, looking at the past 5 years up until close to the present. We had the staff unit at OSU, had functions of director, training, conference and membership, publications, finance, and HR. Supporting us is the industry, basically the industry stakeholders and the members. We had had up until yesterday an industry-based advisory council of anywhere from 12 to 16 directors there. We have 5 training committees, and we fluctuated between 5,000 and 8,000 members. What I'm attempting to show here is the relationship and the communications between the staff, between the advisory council committees and members is sometimes strong, sometimes it's not so strong. So at best it's sort of intermediate. And this defines one of the things that we had to address with IGSHPA 2.0. Outcomes and services, again, looking to the past. Initial membership comes in primarily through the initial research that was done and the practical research that's been done in the last few years. This develops into best practices and standards, which create accredited courses. We have all 4 of our courses going on at this point in time, at this conference, as a matter of fact. The AI, CGD, drillers, and building load analysis is our newest course. Members stay, and members renew based upon the quality of the service that they get. Our service offerings for continuing membership is items. This technical conference and expo that we're here for this week is a main part of that. We have Geo Outlook magazine, which is a quarterly publication to our members. Technical briefs that can come as issues surface that we need to get information to our members to solve those. Continuing education, and our newest service that we're starting to form is advocacy of the technology. Our current membership as of June 2014 is about 4,500. The vast majority of those come in through the accredited installer. And again, our accredited installer workshop, we do focuses on design and material options, pipe joining techniques, and air and debris purging. The accredited driller workshop looks at grouting concepts, cutting and drilling fluids, and job site preparation and exit. The Certified Geo Exchange Designer course looks at the economic case for ground source heat pump, design options for commercial buildings for engineers and architects. And our newest course, the Building Load Analysis and Pumping course, focuses on energy calculations and building simulation and pumping design for ground source heat pump. Our training materials, I think most of you here are familiar with our 7 manuals that came out of the initial research and are the taproot of our training courses. Recent developments with logistics. Those of you that have been to the Stillwater campus, IGSHPA 3 years ago moved to the Morgan building at the technology park from off campus to that building. This has given us some great benefits. We have a state-of-the-art, I think, the best training facility on campus anywhere or off campus. We have excellent classroom facilities and excellent teaching laboratory. Recent developments from an organizational point of view, and you just heard from Assistant Dean Kirtley here. This is, to my knowledge, the first time that the College of Engineering, Architecture, and Technology has had an assistant dean that focuses entirely upon outreach and extension. And for the last year or so, starting the last year or so, the IGSHPA is an outreach unit of the College of Engineering, Architecture, and Technology. And so what has changed there is IGSHPA has moved from the School of Technology to the dean level as an outreach unit of the college. We have access to Dean Kirtley. He and I talk virtually every day on items, and access all the way through the Dean of Engineering. We're also now an independent outreach organization. From a financial and HR point of view, this is a brand new organization within outreach, and we're enjoying the benefits of that already. Now we get into some self-analysis. From the current membership, from their point of view, some statements, even factoring in the downturn of housing we all know about, the current membership does not have the connection with the association that is required to move the industry forward. We know this because you've told us this. We know this because of the lower membership that we're seeing as far as new members and lower returning members. Continuing with that self-analysis with our industry stakeholders, basically you. The industry stakeholders are not sufficiently involved in the strategic planning and governance of the association. That was done, as you're going to see, primarily within the unit at OSU. From a research point of view, a lot of initial research and a lot of what I would call practical research has been done in the last few years, but that research has not been sufficiently applied to the body of knowledge leading to new innovations. We are a little bit stuck from that point of view. From a training point of view, training has not also changed much in the recent past. Initial and continuing training has not evolved to take advantage of the advances in technology skills and teaching methods. And we have several units. Our fire protection publications unit at OSU is on the forefront of this. We need to tap into that and start taking advantage of some of the technology and the skills there. Okay. To address these shortcomings to move forward, we defined a project called IGSHPA 2.0. It had its beginning, as Dean Kirtley said, in the in a retreat May 14th through 16th of this year. And the dean had that team stand. Here again is the names, 25 individuals. I think from the advisory council, from committees, designers and trainers, utilities and association, and IGSHPA staff. We needed not only a place to get the leadership of the industry and OSU together, we needed to hire a consultant that was trained in how to reorganize and redesign nonprofit organizations, and chose Tecker International to do that. Glenn Tecker, who was here yesterday, I was going to have Glenn stand, but hopefully he's standing somewhere right now. Glenn divided us up into 5 teams, still in the same room as you saw in the picture, and took us through a 3-day process of analysis and design and recommendations, and he did that in small steps, what I would call bite-sized chunks. He would then bring that information in from each team, and sometimes every team worked on the same thing. Sometimes teams worked on different things, but everybody was involved in every piece of the process. And Glenn successfully synthesized our information, and the result of that was a 20-page IGSHPA 2.0 design document. Some highlights of that, I think Dean Kirtley alluded to the big audacious goal, and 4 what I would call goal areas. And I will take information right from the design document and talk about that. There's strategies and objectives. There's probably anywhere from 50 to 60 different strategies and objectives that we will work on as far as forming action plans around. But time doesn't allow for that. Our big audacious goal, and again, this is really timeless. It doesn't have a time frame on it. We want to be the global catalyst for ground source heat pump expansion from market niche to market leader. That's what we're pointed toward. Again, 4 goal areas. The environment. The environment will benefit from carbon reduction as ground source heat pump technology is recognized as energy efficient and renewable. Energy efficiency has always been a hallmark of ground source heat pump. The carbon reduction and a renewable resource are new items that we want to focus on. End users and utilities. We want to reach or exceed 25% of the HVAC market. If Mark, there you are, Mark. I've heard that term 25% from you even. We want to recognize and appreciate the benefits and the value of ground source heat pump, and the confidence in the technology is an all-time high. Goal C from industry members. Industry professionals will be positioned to become leaders in the HVAC industry. And from an education point of view, again, a return to research-based ground source heat pump training, and it will be universal among our trades and endorsed by certifying agencies. This, in a nutshell, is the organizational piece of ground source heat pump, of IGSHPA 2.0. We had, up until yesterday, the IGSHPA director, the staff, the seat administration, and those 3 boxes, if you will, are were completely responsible for the strategic planning, the governance, and the implementation, borrowing advisory information and support from an advisory council and committees. Here's what's changed. Again, it's been alluded to already. There's now a board of directors as of 4 o'clock yesterday. We don't have the board of directors yet, but we're starting down the path as of 4 o'clock yesterday. The advisory council works with affiliated organizations, industry sectors, and committees directly to feed information up through to the board of directors. The Expo director is a board member of the board of directors as ex officio, which means that I cannot vote. And just as an example of those last 3 boxes, and I didn't have room to get everybody's name on there, but just to give you an idea of what we're talking about in the way of affiliated organizations, industry sectors, and committees. So, this structure is now the association structure for strategic planning and governance. Let that sink in just a second. This is the organization. It does not rest within the staff unit at OSU. The staff unit at OSU is the association structure for implementation of plans. And just one quick slide to talk about the 20-page design document gets into a lot of detail and will be our blueprint for going forward. This is just some of the information that we pulled out of there to show you there's more than just a few boxes on a screen there. So what now? We are dramatically increasing the number of volunteers required for committees, council, and the board. We need the new ideas and energy of those not involved in the past to support the change. As my Uncle Bob used to say, we need you now. Thank you very much.